Welcome back to this tutorial series on working with the True32 website template. This video tutorial will be about preparing your images to upload to your website media library, but is totally optional. You do not have to do this. It is good for SEO, but you don't have to do it. So I've created a folder on my desktop called Random Images just to illustrate this process, and I've opened up a copy of Adobe Bridge. You can get a free copy of that from the Adobe website. You can download it and use it for free. Photoshop and things like that cost you money, but Bridge you can get for free. So I've just opened it up and used this browsing area here to browse to my desktop. And on my desktop I have this folder called Random Images. I'm going to open that. You can see here I've just got a picture of a bunch of cars, and this is right off my iPhone, so you can see it's the typical naming scheme for pictures taken on an iPhone or any type of smartphone, or even for digital camera. So all I can do is select these pictures, and you can do that several different ways. If I come down here in this kind of bottom area, I can drag and drop. I think you could also do the first one and then the shift key and the last one. Nope, you get it. Yep, there we go. So you can select them like that. But any way you want to do it, select them. Probably even an option up here for select all within the menu, but get them all selected, and then you can either right click and say batch rename, or up here in the menu structure, I believe it is be under tools. Yep, first item under tools is batch rename. The objective is to give them a name that makes sense. So, and I've got a name, whatever you used last is here, but I could put in here something like Classic Cars, and then I want it to put a number at the end so they're all named the same thing. That's the objective when you're working with a website, is that all the pictures that go together for a particular project have the same name but with a different extension at the end or suffix at the end, and that's what this program is for. So if I tell it that I want to have a text field called Classic Cars, and then I want an underscore between that and the number, and then I want a sequence starting with the number 1, and I want 2 digits, so it'll be 01, and I could start with 10 if I wanted to. And when I change this, watch down here, you see right now that it's saying here's the current file name for the first picture, and this is what it's going to change it to. If I change this to 10, you notice down here it changes it to 10. So I'm going to back that out. Then I just say rename, and we watch it change all the names right then. Every one of them is now called Classic Cars, and this one is 1, 2, 3. And so that really works good with SEO, that you have these images all in a single folder, and ultimately they'll just end up in the media library. So once we've gotten that done, we've got this folder with these names in it, then we can come to our media library, or to let's do it like we would do it as far as an album goes. So we would come in here and say I've got a full gallery, and I want a gallery of these automobiles. So I could come in here and say it's gallery, and I want to add a gallery, and I'm going to call it Classic Cars. And then I would come in here and say I want to add from the media library, and they're not in my media library if I actually go to this tab because I haven't uploaded them yet. So I would say select files, and then I just browse to my desktop and find my random images, and then select the first one and use the shift key, get all of them, say open, and now it's loading them into the WordPress media library to be loaded into the gallery. So right now it's putting them in the media library, and once they're all in this media library, then I'll say add the media, but they'll be in the library from then on, and then it'll add it to that gallery. So I'm going to pause this for a minute and let this run, and then we'll come back and do the next step. Okay, now that all of those images have uploaded to the media library, I can say add media. You can see it's added it to my new gallery, and I've given it a name. And then typically we want to have a featured image, and I'll take that one, the library. We're not going to actually load this anywhere. And then you would just say publish like we've done in the past, and then choose your album, and you would have these cars show up in one of the albums. That's it for this video on preparing your images to upload to your website's media library. Next we'll look at adding or editing images to your galleries. Thanks for watching.